In this class we want to talk about entrepreneurship, and as the bottom tab on the slide suggests, we want to talk about the skills and characteristics of entrepreneurship. Now, there are many videos on entrepreneurship on the course, and in this one we're just going to look at some of the ideas that crop up in other videos, but just look at them from a slightly different perspective. So it'll cover ideas associated with the entrepreneur in terms of the skills and characteristics of the entrepreneur. Let's look at what we mean by this. So let's start by looking at the importance of entrepreneurship. Well, for a start, entrepreneurship leads to job creation, successful entrepreneurship, and the successful establishment of new businesses will create jobs. So it's very important that we have entrepreneurship in society. So first key point about entrepreneurship is that it is important. It's important for all of us, because ultimately our jobs and our economic well-being is related to entrepreneurship. It also leads to innovation. Entrepreneurship is important for innovation and change in the market. If we don't have entrepreneurship, we'd have the same products ad nauseum. For the rest of time, we would have the same products. Imagine living in a world where products remain the same. They don't vary. The variation in products is the product of entrepreneurship. It's the entrepreneur who brings about differences. It's the entrepreneur who's constantly looking for a niche in the market, a gap, looking for some way of improving the product and improving the customer experiences, and thereby setting up a business which is profitable and successful, and one which will grow. But it's important to have innovation and change in our society, because as a species almost we crave for newness, we crave for new products. Entrepreneurship is also important because of opportunities for diverse people. People of diverse backgrounds can improve their economic status by becoming entrepreneurs. Sometimes in society, groups are discriminated against on the basis of race, colour, creed, whatever it is. Sometimes those groups have a bad time. They have to overcome a lot of obstacles. But those amongst that group who have ideas about new products and new businesses and have talents, they come through, or they tend to come through. So it's important that there are opportunities for entrepreneurship in societies, and that governments recognize the importance of entrepreneurs, because these are the agents of change. These are the ones who give us new products. And it doesn't matter where they come from, or what colour, or what religion, or it doesn't matter. What does matter is that they have a good idea, and the good idea is for the benefit of everyone, and also hopefully it'll spread more enlightenment through the people who discriminate for whatever reason. But the point here is that entrepreneurship is not limited to one class of people. You don't have to go to a certain school to become entrepreneurs. You don't have to come from a certain background. You don't have to have a certain education for that matter. You just got to be alert to profit opportunities, alert to gaps in the market, who can envisage a new product. That's the essence of entrepreneurship. Now, the key characteristics of entrepreneurs. Well, high need for achievement. Entrepreneurs like what they do. They like the challenge. They like a problem, and they like to be able to solve the problem. And because of their abilities, they're able to bring about quite good solutions to problems, solutions that others could not see. And again, they're able to overcome all of these obstacles because that's the very nature of entrepreneurship. And not everybody's got it. And we have to admit to this. Not everyone can be an entrepreneur. And likewise, we can't teach people to be entrepreneurs. Universities and colleges cannot run courses to teach people how to be entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurship is innate. It's within certain people. Colleges and universities can train people to be good managers, but not to become entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurship is within the individual, and not all individuals seem to have it. Some have, and these ones we know about. We know about Richard Branson, Bill Gates, and Nita Roderick, and we know all about the big entrepreneurs of our time. But not everybody is an entrepreneur. So entrepreneurs have a high need for achievement. They want to succeed. They want to take on the problem. They can see a gap. They can see the obstacles. They can see a way around it. They can do it. And they have this need to achieve that. They have an internal locus of control. They're able to look inwards. They're able to use introspection, look into themselves and analyze their own abilities, the problem, look at the issues. They're able to focus on the issues in a way that is innovative in itself. And they're able to match their abilities with the requirements to bring about a solution to the problem. They also have a willingness to take risks. Many people will want to have a secure job. A secure job, pay the bills, get a house, have a holiday, pay for the children at school, and dress well, have good food. That's the aspiration. But they don't aspire to take a risk and start a business where they could lose everything. And a lot of entrepreneurs who come into markets fail. And everyone's aware of these. And that may put off a lot of people. But the true entrepreneurs are the ones who simply don't mind. And they know that that's part and parcel of entrepreneurship. So they come into the picture knowing that they may fail, but confident within their own abilities, and they have an alertness and an insight that others don't have. So they're willing to take risks that others will not take. They're also, of course, very self-confident. They must be, because they are prepared to do all of this when other people can't do it, or won't do it, or are too afraid to do it. So they are self-confident in a way that gets them started. They know their own ability. They know what they are capable of, and they feel confident that the task that they're taking on is within their reach. So they have that inner confidence. Entrepreneurial skills. Well, they've got good negotiating skills. They're able to marshal ideas and facts and figures and look at market situations, and they're able to negotiate from these positions. They are good negotiators. They are prepared to give up parts in exchange for other parts, but they know what they're doing. They have that ability to negotiate and get a good solution, get a good outcome for themselves and their business. They also have good networking skills. They gather information from different sources. They're able to build alliances, build friendships with other people, with other companies perhaps. They're able to network. They're able to make themselves known to others, and they get to know others, and they know what the others are doing, and they get to know what the skills and aptitudes and the problems that were faced by other companies. They're able to know all of these things, and they're able to tap into that resource and negotiate perhaps cooperation in some parts with other companies. They have a personal network, and their personal network, of course, will be very similar to them because of their personality. Their friends will be similar. And that's a support mechanism. They're able to speak to others about the problems. They're able to speak out loud so that they're able to articulate the problem and analyze it from different perspectives, and perhaps get some comments from their personal networks. Comments about, why don't you try this, or what about this situation, or perhaps if you add this in or take that out. So you're able to get comments, and these comments, some of them, a lot of them perhaps, are useless. They are not constructive. But out of all of them, there may be one, and that's all that is needed to advance the business. Of course, there are business networks as well. They may have built connections with other companies, and companies who are working in similar areas. They're able to perhaps share resources, share ideas, have joint working parties on particular issues. There are possibilities of having networks of that nature. And leadership skills. Leadership skills is very important for entrepreneurs, because the entrepreneurs have an idea, but then the need to communicate that idea, and they need others to follow them. They need others to subscribe to the idea and think it's a good idea as well. Because if they do that, they will work for them, they will work with them, they will help them, and they will help them to deliver the product to the market. But that all happens because the entrepreneurs have leadership skills. They're able to inspire others. They're able to communicate. They're able to lead. So in this short video, we've looked at some of the skills and some of the attributes of entrepreneurs. As I said, this overlaps significantly with other videos on the course. Other videos will look at slightly different issues and so on. But this one is important because it gives us a good starting base for our study of entrepreneurs. But that's all we're going to deal with here, so let's leave it at that and say thank you for watching.